But it's been a minute. I'm gonna just press live on TikTok. um, no, not now. It's been a minute. Hopefully the sound volume is okay, but I can't check it because my laptop's just not on. But welcome everybody to, it's not even Crypto Angles podcast, it's Astrology of the Sky, our story. It's been a minute since I've done this. Just throw a couple likes on my TikTok because that's the only way it gets people knowing that I'm live. But yeah, I generally thought, well, we're just introducing ourselves again. I generally thought if I don't do this now, it's not going to be done. I used to go live. I used to do it live every Thursday, and then, like I said, something happened last year, May, and then life has just been lifing. So we're live on YouTube and TikTok right now. So let's basically get started in what's happening in the sky, the astrology of next cycle. I really don't like to use the word week because we're not weak. So I'm working on getting that out of my vocabulary. But hey, um, so yes, welcome YouTube fam, welcome TikTok fam. I'm live on both, but let's get started anyway. Basically, the order of this video will be, we're gonna, because I haven't done it in a while, we are gonna take a sneak peek at where the luminaries, as I like to call them, where they are located. I have to move my board over a bit so y'all can see. There we go. So we'll take a sneak peek at where the luminaries are positioned right now. And bear in mind, this is based off of the visible sky if you are new. So it's the sun, moon, and stars that you see right above your head. That is what I'm trying to show myself a little bit on both of them. There we go. I'm in it a little bit more now. So let's just put it up more. That's it. So we focus on what's happening right above our head, the sun, moon, and stars that we see. These are the transits that we follow. If you are new, something I figured out. I used to follow mainstream tropical astrology, and when I actually looked up at the sky, I was like, but wait, aren't they meant to be interpreting what's happening in the sky? But when I'm looking, I'm using an app, you can use any app. I'm looking, and that's not what is happening in the sky, because Western tropical astrology is pushed ahead of time, 23 degrees. Why? I don't know. I feel, they have their reasonings, but I feel it's to kind of throw you off center, the same reason why they put the beginning of the year in the middle of the dead winter, just to throw you off center. So, anyway, I do feel it's wise to have a knowing of both of them. If you take a look into your own chart based on the sky, you may find some amazing things. I do offer birth chart readings if anyone's into that. But let's just take a sneak peek at where the luminaries are. So where are we? We're May right now, aren't we? And no, we're June. We're in June. People would think straight away that it's Gemini season. People would think that it's Gemini season, but the question is it Gemini season? And it is not. Right now, the sun, as you can see on the board, the writing may be backwards. I think YouTube flips it. But I'm not sure about TikTok. So I think it may be backward, but the writing doesn't matter. It's the symbology, okay, the symbols. So the sun right now is in Taurus. That's where it is. If you were to take your own device, you can check it out on the Sky Live, get any astronomy app, and you can see for yourself that the sun right now is in Taurus. We move into Gemini officially on the summer solstice. Why is this? Because the zodiac signs that are like the twins being Pisces and Gemini, they turn up the heat. Okay, when it comes to the seasons, they turn up the heat. So Gemini on the summer solstice will turn up that heat more, and we should get more warmness in our summer days. So that's when the sun will be moving into Gemini, but we're not touching on that right now because the sun is in Taurus. Okay, the moon on the 8th. Sorry, I didn't even write on the board. It's on here. We are going from the 8th to the 14th of June. Gosh, TikTok, you can't even see. 8th to the 14th of June 2025. That's the date we are looking at right now. That's where we're going from, the 8th to the 14th of June. So, but another sneak peek, Mercury is in Taurus, Venus is in Pisces right now, Mars is in Leo, Jupiter is in Taurus, Saturn is in Aquarius, not Pisces, Uranus is in Taurus as well, Neptune is in Pisces, Pluto is in Capricorn. It's not in well, what are they saying Pluto's in? It's not in shit, what are they saying it's in? Pisces. It's not, it's in Aquarius. No. What? It's in Capricorn, not Aquarius. Sorry, I got mixed up. Lilith is in Aquarius. Fortune, this is Fortune, is in Gemini. And TikTok and YouTube, you can't see, but at the edge of the board, we do have Child, which is our inner child, which is sat in Pisces. And we have Chiron, which is sat in Pisces as well. So that's where the luminaries are as of today. Okay, as of today. But what we are going to focus on is the transits that's going to take place from the 8th, Sunday, to Saturn's day. So we are following our calendar. We are in beautiful June. This is available on my store, Etsy store. And there's 10% off. You can grab 10% off if you would like. This calendar starts from April. It follows the zodiac cycle. It starts April and it finishes March 2026. So I know we may be a little bit late, but it's still just not too late because we follow the zodiac year. Okay, so we are in June, this beautiful June. As you can see, it does cover the body as well. It tells you what part of the body the zodiac constellations are. It tells you the yin, the yang, the elements that fuels it, the zodiac, and so on. So feel free to grab it. But we are going to be looking at this cycle. We're getting our strawberry full moon. YouTube, can you see our strawberry full moon? So that's what we're going to talk about, what is going on, because I want to highlight, which I'm going to bring up, on the 9th, which is our first transit, we do have an interesting constellation which isn't mentioned in mainstream astrology. YouTube, can you see here, right there, Venus going into Cetus, Venus going into Cetus. Have you heard of Cetus? And again, this calendar does show you all of the symbology, oh gosh, at the back. So if you don't know, now you know. You don't know, now you know. But anyway, Venus going into Cetus as well as Mercury going into Gemini. What is that telling me? So we've got Mercury transits first into Gemini. So Gemini energy is coming in anyway. So even though the sun is still in Taurus, it's not Gemini season. Gemini energy is coming in. We've got Fortune sat in Gemini as well. So that energy is coming in, as well as Venus dipping into Cetus, moving from Pisces, going into Cetus. So we'll start with Gemini, then we'll get into, not Gemini, we'll start with Mercury, then we'll get into Venus, because Mercury transits first. So Mercury, for those who don't know, my perspective of astrology is all technology. Okay, I see it as a technological type of thing. It's advanced technology that runs on autopilot in this hologram, this sky that we are in, under however you see it. So Mercury represents the energies of energy exchange. The umbrella term when it comes to Mercury is umbrella energy exchange. It covers your thought process, communication. It covers how, even if your body is in any form of dis-ease and discomfort, that's your Mercury technology working in your body, sending messages. And it's monetary exchange as well. This TikTok is for entertainment purposes only. I am not a financial advisor. I'm not giving financial advice. It is for entertainment purposes only. Okay, TikTok, because you're just a little bit sensitive, not as sensitive as YouTube. So anyway, TikTok, I just need to put that out there. I got banned the last time on my TikTok live, you see, so I just need to be very careful. Entertainment purposes only. So Mercury is about this energy exchange. It is the god Hermes, the winged messenger. It goes back and forth around the sun. That's why there's 3 to 4 Mercury retrogrades every year. Sometimes, most times 3, sometimes 4, because it's God's messenger. It's how we communicate, exchange energy. So when it comes to our energy exchange technology, we are moving into the Gemini energies. So the way our thought process, the way we communicate, the way we even choose to exchange our money, how we choose to exchange our energy, will be Gemini vibes. Okay, so Gemini being an air sign is very quick. Excuse me, it's very quick. So fast communication could be anticipated. Oh shit, damn, I even forgot to say, after we've gone through the transits and the moon transits, we're going to clarify with tarot, all right? Queen of Pentacles at the top of the deck. We're going to clarify with that. And 103 300 1300 likes on TikTok. Y'all, YouTube fam, if you like the video, it will help your girl out. But anyway, we'll be moving into this Gemini energy. Fast communication coming through. Okay, this fast communication coming through, even do deep it's your mind as well. So you may be a lot in your head about things. Keep that in mind, okay? You may be in your head a lot about things, and that will be okay, but it will be fast thoughts. Indecisiveness may pop up too, because Gemini can be a little bit indecisive, not really knowing, like really going back and forth. That may be a feature that pops up as well in your communication. When you are even talking to anyone, you could be even going back and forth with something, really thinking things over, but also communicating quickly. I don't feel things will be left long. It is 1 o'clock time, so just need a sip. So yeah, fast energies coming up when it comes to your thought process, when it comes to how you exchange your energy, when it comes to monetary exchange. Things may pop up in your life where you have to really decide, how am I going to exchange my monetary, things, because Mercury is about that. So this back and forth may pop up from next cycle. So do keep that in mind if it does. And it's just about making that decision. It's just about making that decision. But then we do have Venus having its Cetus watery dip. And again, Cetus is not really mentioned or acknowledged in mainstream astrology at all. However, I follow the main stars, the main luminaries, as I like to call them, and all of them, except the sun, dip into Cetus. But that's not acknowledged in mainstream astrology. So I just view the sky, and it happens in the sky. They take their Cetus watery dip. So what does that mean anyway? It's only staying there for a little time, because as you can see on YouTube, can you see? Venus on the 10th, it may be backwards, but bear with me. Venus pops up into Aries. Can you see TikTok? Venus pops up into Aries. So it's literally just there for a moment. And here is why. So Cetus, I'll say what Cetus represents. It represents the alchemical process, because deep it, yeah, this is how it looks in the sky. So you have Pisces here that looks like this. Can you all see that? Can you see it? YouTube, I don't think YouTube can see it. The light. So you've got Pisces there that looks like that in the sky. You then have Aries right here next to Pisces. This is how they look in the sky. So yes, they've got the symbols, but this is how they look in the sky. You then have Cetus literally here underneath Pisces and Aries. Like I says, all of the luminaries, stars, wander through Cetus. Pluto doesn't even touch Pisces and Aries. It just goes through Cetus, or it misses Aries. I can't remember if it touches Pisces. But Venus is having its Cetus watery dip, what I like to call. So it represents this alchemical thing. Imagine you've got the whole zodiac wheel. We'll just do a wheel like that, whole circle zodiac wheel. You're meant to level up. So you're meant to go round like a spiral and go up and out. That's what you're meant to do in this existence called life. However, mainstream astrology ignoring Cetus as well as Ophiuchus, them ignoring that, they just keep you on the loop. Yeah, and I shouldn't really have to describe much examples on how you're kept on a loop. I'm sure you're able to see when you're in a loop, when other people are. But mainstream astrology missing Cetus and Ophiuchus keeps you on that loop instead of the spiral we are meant to be. We live in a spiral reality. We're meant to spiral. In nature, everything is made out of spirals. So anyway, Cetus being underneath basically the first and the last zodiac sign, when the stars, the luminaries, take their dip into Cetus, they're getting this full alchemical process. Imagine Cetus is the whale. Whales take that deep breath in type of thing, and then they spew the water out. They get it all out. That's like the alchemical process for you to then begin to start this spiral and then continue on the next circuit. It's a consistent spiral. We're just spiraling where, I don't know. So anyway, sidetrack. Venus is having its Cetus watery dip. So Venus represents the material reality. Venus represents your six senses: sight, taste, touch, hearing, smell, as well as intuition. Don't forget the intuition. So it represents your material reality. It represents what you find valuable in your material reality, which makes you want to use your six senses to interact with your hologram. So it's what you find valuable. Of course, it covers love and money as well, but I do like to kind of bring a whole umbrella term. But it does cover love and money because that is part of the material experience. So when it comes to what we find valuable in our material reality, we are getting a full, you could even say baptism, but we're getting a full alchemization. So what does this mean? Past things may come up with what you've experienced throughout the whole cycle, because we're beginning to start again. It's spring, isn't it? Right now it's still spring, so it's still new. We're starting again. And we're alchemizing all of that. So if past things do come up and you're reflecting on it, YouTube fam, TikTok fam, if past things do come up, don't be alarmed. You're rethinking and going over what you have physically experienced over the past, since like last spring, basically. You may be alchemizing that, recognizing, reflecting. Do I really want to continue that? Do I find that valuable? Am I going to use my senses to interact with that any longer? Or am I going to let it go to allow me to then spiral up like what we're meant to do? So that's what Venus will be doing, taking its Cetus watery dip. It will then be moving into Aries on the 10th. So Venus on the 10th, next cycle will be going into Aries, the fire sign. So what does this mean? We'll have that quick alchemization coming through. Do I want to experience this? Is it valuable to me? No, I need to let this go. No, I need to keep that type of vibe. And then you'll dip up out of Cetus. You get that rebirth, that baptism type vibes. And then you're going to appear fresh. That new flame starts. Okay, think of it even like a baby. I see the zodiac wheel. You're in the waters. And then once you're birthed, you come out of the waters. The fire element, which is Aries, then kicks in. This is you've now come out. Aries representing or fueling the first house. It is literally your physical vessel that Aries represents. That flame has kicked in. So when it comes to what you find valuable in the material reality, what you actually want to use your six senses to interact with because you find it valuable, you will have that fresh flame, fresh spark potentially from the realization of what came up for you while Venus has its Cetus watery dip. Okay. And you'll start fresh. Aries, being the first fire sign, is very passionate. All fire signs are passionate, but it is very childlike passionate, very like, yes, I can do this. You're ready to go. That flame, fire, passion. You knew things would excite you. So going back to Gemini, and I was saying communication may come in, quick communication may come in. There may be like ideas pop in, whether it's through your head, because Mercury can be thoughts as well. There may be thoughts, ideas, or whoever you've interacted with, you could get this new, fresh idea, excuse me, that Venus, what you want to experience in your material reality, is now fresh, ready, that new fire, ready to do it. Ready to do it, in combination with this fast communication coming in with this Gemini energy. You may get new ideas and you're just like, yes. And again, that could be love and money. If that is for you, we'll clarify all with the tarot cards at the end, but if that is for you, it will be very noticeable. It will be first house. Okay, it will be first house. So then after that, we'll do our moons after. Okay, after that, on the 12th, you can't see the 12 here, so it's at the bottom, so I'm gonna write it here. On the 12th, we have our wonderful Jupiter going into Gemini. So what does this tell me? Jupiter is the luminary of expansion. Oh, that's a good question, Brandy. What does it mean? I'll read it out for the TikTok fam as well. What does it mean when your natal moon is in sextans? That's a really good question. Listen, so sextans represents sextans in the sky, the star constellation. It was basically a tool used to measure the location of the stars. So that's what sextans is. So in essence, it's like knowing your place as the star that you are. That's how I interpret it personally. Because my Chiron is in sextans, my Chiron. So I have a wound there at knowing where I stand in the collective. I have this wound there, like, where do I stand? Where, like, I am a star, we are stars, we are stardust. So where are you? Where are you, basically? But we're talking about the moon. So the moon being representing your emotions, how to put your energy in motion. Being in sextans, I would say your emotions, your energy is moved a lot on knowing your place in this collective, knowing where your energy actually is, what you are meant to do. So it's like your emotions may move you a lot to figure that out. The hologram may bring experiences to you which will help you realize, this is what I'm meant to do. This is where I'm meant to be in this collective. This is my place as the star that I am. So that's really how I would kind of interpret that personally. Because like I says, my Chiron is in sextans as well. And that's a wound for me. So knowing my place can heal that wound. But for you, having a moon there, or if it is for you, or if you're just asking, your emotions, your energies moved a lot based on knowing your place as a star that you are, your place in this collective life, collective experiment, well, however you want to word it. But that's how I would see that. I intend that brought some clarity. So yeah, any questions, do let me know. Throw in the comments. We girl can chat. So going back to Jupiter though, Jupiter moving into Gemini, this just tells me, or it's amplifying, you're welcome, love, is amplifying this Gemini energy. With Mercury touching in Gemini, fortune is already in Gemini. So keep that in mind. It isn't Gemini season because the sun is still in Taurus right now. However, the Gemini energies are coming in slowly but surely. So Jupiter, oftentimes people say is like the planet of luck, but ultimately I don't see them as planets. For one, they're luminaries in the sky, but I don't really like to say it's the luminary of luck. It's basically just expansion, confirmation burp. Jupiter, all Jupiter likes to do is expand. It's not biased on, oh yes, I'm going to expand you in this way, or I'm going to expand you in that way. It really doesn't give two flying hoots. It's just going to expand. It can expand you in a positive spiral, or it can expand you in a negative spiral. That choice is ultimately on the decisions that you make in your own life. So Jupiter, though, is here. It's ready to expand this Gemini energy. So what is that telling me? A lot of fast, quick communication, but possibly, even though this fast, quick communication may come about, there may still be indecisiveness. There may still be indecisiveness as well. However, just choose. A lot of communicate. Look, I don't know what you lot's life may be or what's going on, but connections, I'm feeling connections may come in where this fast talk and communication may be part of it. Like, I don't know. We'll see as the Thursdays go on, because I'm aiming, you girls are aiming to do this every Thursday night, guys, okay? Every Thursday night. So Jupiter's ready to expand in that area. So all I'm going to say is if there's any connections kind of coming in and communication, even if it is back and forth before you make a decision, things are going to be moving quicker. So just keep that in mind. So yes. Now we're just going to focus on the moon's movement. I like to do the moon's movement separately. So the mover, how our energy will move us throughout this time. So on the 9th, I wrote it, yeah. On the 9th, oh, it's so messy. Let me use a different pen for the moon. Where's my purple pen? Here it is. So, tissue to wipe this off. You get the Cetus watery dip, yeah? I just have to move it. We'll leave the spiral, but we'll get rid of Pisces. But the moon on the 9th is, please work, is going to be in Scorpio. On the 10th, we're having a moon in Ophiuchus. And then on the 11th, y'all can still see, yeah? On the 11th, we get our moon in Sag, which is our full strawberry moon, okay? We have our moon in Sag. And then on the 14th, which I'll just write here, we have our moon in Capricorn, which we will finish off this cycle with our moon in Capricorn. So what is this telling me? So with our moon starting off in Scorpio, and we'll aim to synchronize all these other movements together, but our moon is the mover of our emotions. It gets our energy in motion, our emotions flowing, our energy moving. And it will be moving in this Scorpio energy at the beginning of the cycle. We start in Libra. Okay, so we're starting in Libra. On the 9th, we're moving into Scorpio. So our emotions will be moving us at the beginning of this cycle in a way of creating balance. We'll be working on balance. That could be with relationships or literally balance in your own life. That would look very different to everyone ultimately. But whatever this balance your emotions are trying to, your energy is trying to get you moving in, you're going to enter this transformative stage, being Scorpio and Ophiuchus. And I feel it's quite potent because the Ophiuchus energy begins on our full moon, which is here. Don't sleep on Ophiuchus. I know mainstream astrology don't acknowledge it, but you can literally see the Ophiuchus constellation in a polluted city. Mini confirmation, but so it's visible, it's there. So it is important from my perspective anyway. So our emotions are moving in this transformative type of energy. It's time to transform, like high key, not even low key. So when it comes to the Scorpio energy, it can be vulnerability may come out, but it's also important knowing that your vulnerability is your strength. That's the Scorpio type of energy. You're able to protect yourself whilst being vulnerable because it is your strength. So if your emotions are coming up and it is moving into a full moon, so your emotions will be moved a lot on gut feelings, intuition, things of that nature, just how you feel. Basically, you will you may think, you literally may think back, your mind may take you to certain places reflecting on what you have done previously. And this I feel aligns because I've said that Venus is having a Cetus watery dip. So as Venus is having that dip in the water, that alchemization, our emotions are moving into this death and rebirth type of vibes, recognizing your strengths, weaknesses, and rising from that basically. Transforming, literally transforming. And that transformation amplifies as the moon moves into Ophiuchus, because the Ophiuchus is known as the healer and transmutator of energy. The healer and transmutator of energy. This is the part of the spiral that allows you to go up instead of just staying on a loop that the hologram likes to keep you on. Just likes to keep you on a loop. Your emotions are ready to literally heal and transform something. It will move you into that direction. Your literally how you feel about things, you will heal and transform something in your life. Then with it going into Sagittarius, all of it being on the 11th, which is the strawberry full moon, so something will be highly illuminated. Sagittarius being a centurion, he's got his bow and arrow, and that bow and arrow is precision. Being the last fire sign, it is very mature. It knows what it's doing, where it's going. Many people think like Sagittariuses are Sagittariuses when in fact they're Ophiuchuses. But because of Sagittarius, they do know what they want to do and they will do it. They've got their bow and arrow, they've got their own philosophy, and this is all coming after the transformation. So you will transform, your emotions are going to move you to transform a certain area of your life. I do feel when it comes to astrology, we may think it's like this big whole thing that's going to happen, but it's small areas of your life that may be up there transforming. So once you've had this transformation comes through, your energy's moving you in that direction to transform. This Sagittarius energy is going to move you to focus on the direction you're ready to go, just like that bow and arrow that it's got. You may have a lot of thoughts on your own philosophy. You may have a lot of emotions around that. Your own philosophy on life. This could be studying as well. You may be drawn to go back to certain research or things of that nature. Or if you are in like any type of academia, so college, uni, you may be a bit more head screwed on, maybe a bit more sure, like, yeah, this is where I want to go. Sagittarius as well, covering travel. For some people, it may be travel for them. The emotions moving them to travel, whether that is a trip or literally moving. 1 o'clock time. So that's what I'm seeing. Then on the 14th, on the last day, on Saturn's day, the moon moves into Capricorn. So after this whole transformative period has come about, our emotions then will be moving us more focused on a solid foundation. What's the foundation I'm going to set with this said thing? What's the stability, the consistency that can be done from this transformation? So that ultimately is what I am seeing. And I generally do feel communication is a big part of this transformation. That's what I'm seeing. Like some quick communication coming in, which may be back and forth, but I feel that will be an aspect as part of this transformation. So just keep an eye out on who you end up communicating with. If you happen to go somewhere spontaneously or somewhere planned and you network or meet someone randomly, just keep that in mind. Take a mental note because fast communication is coming up for sure. So let's move on to the to the tarot confirmation burp. Just out here, excuse me there. It's yeah, let's move on to the tarot to clarify. Is your girl just oh shit, oh no. I do normally like to get into the numerology, but we've missed it for that cycle. So make sure at the beginning of July, you check out the first video of July, because we'll get into the whole numerology of July. Your girl had to take 1 year sabbatical, but your girl is back. But we're going to jump into the tarot now to clarify if I was just chatting shite or if any of this aligns. And then we'll come back to the present moment because the present moment is all that actually matters. So, I don't like the way I'm shuffling these. I can never get it right. I'm going to do it like this. I feel like I'm seeing it there. I'm going to look away. So I'm not seeing it. Oh, something's come out. Oh, we've got the Page of Swords in reverse. That's interesting. I don't know what that means. But it was 8 of Cups on the top. Can you clarify? Page of Swords reverse, 8 of Cups. What's coming for the collective for the cycle of June? What is coming? Oh, okay. Financially, something is over. Like a struggle is over. Financially, a struggle's over. One last clarity, and then we'll get the whole message. Something is over, I think. Is that all? I think that's all. Yeah, that's all. So we'll see what this message is about. Your girl still has to read the book because you know. So we've got 7 of Cups, 8 of Cups, Page of Wands, Page of Swords in reverse, and 5 of Pentacles in reverse. We've got no major arcanas. I'm feeling to look at the pages first. So we'll do Page of Swords in reverse and then the Page of Wands. Then we'll look at the Pentacles and then the Cups. Sure. Did I pass the Swords? No, it's here. Okay. Okay, so Page of Swords upright means vigilance, ready for action, youthful ideas, research the facts, challenging lover, young at heart person, fresh challenges ahead. So this is telling me, really, I'm getting is it not much challenges? There won't be a challenging lover because it's in reverse. Might not be so ready for action just yet. Might not be so ready for action. I feel keep in mind, like we're going cycle at a time. We're going cycle at a time. It's like, yeah. So it's interesting. I do feel next cycle maybe not super fast when I say that, but not anything like, not anything really new, not anything like fully like now. Let's get the other ones and then we'll clarify more. Page of Wands. And we'll do the cups. There's the wands. Page of Wands. Oh, see, but kind of. Creativity, fresh ideas, a messenger, willing to try something new. So yeah, charming, admire, that makes sense. Childlike exuberance, showing your enthusiasm. So this, the swords, was just like new ideas, but it's in a challenging perspective. But what's coming through, it's like someone's coming in. I've said with the Gemini energy, someone's coming in, but they won't be challenging because the ideas in there are going to be fresh. It may not be super fast to start off with because the energies need time to expand, but something new is coming in, but it won't be challenging because the Page of Swords is reversed. However, the Page of Wands is upright. So fresh ideas will be coming in. Again, it makes sense. Mercury in Gemini, Jupiter in Gemini, Fortuna in Gemini. A lot of these things will be coming in. Quick thoughts, quite fast, fresh ideas. There will be a charming admirer, but it won't be like, it just sounded like the back door closed, but there should be no one out there. Anyway, fascinating. Fresh ideas are coming up. A messenger, people, a messenger. Something's coming in with this Gemini energy, I'm telling you. Something's coming in with this Gemini energy. And they won't be challenging. They're not going to be challenging, and something new and fresh is coming in from your own ideas and things of that nature. Five of Pentacles in reverse. Give me my pentacles. Where are my pentacles? Okay. Yeah. Something is over. You've completed a hardship in your life. You have... hey, Kyle. You completed... Hey, I'm live, yeah, on TikTok and YouTube at the same time. But anyway, something of hardship is coming to an end. You're not going to have this victim mentality. You won't be experiencing like material difficulties or feeling excluded. You won't be thinking that something's missing, neglecting your needs, or searching, like soul searching. Why? You just won't be. You've got fresh ideas coming in. You've literally got fresh ideas coming in. Someone is coming in. Hi. Believe in what? I don't like to believe in anything because the word believe has a lie in it. So yeah, something. Oh, who? All right. I don't know. You're believing things. So anyway, something new is coming in. Okay, people, and hardships. This victim mentality is fading away for this cycle. So again, it's telling me something's coming in with this Gemini energy on fast communication. So like I says, keep an eye out for the ideas that come into your head. If fresh ideas start to come in and all of that nature. We then had cups. So let's check out the cups and what they mean. Yes, listen, this is the Gemini energy. This is the Gemini energy, the Seven of Cups. So do keep in mind of highly wishful thinking. You are going to get a lot of fresh ideas, new thoughts, and inspiration. Okay. And it won't really be challenging. The people coming in, it won't be challenging. So do keep that in mind. Like good challenging, but not challenging in a negative way. However, this Gemini energy coming in with Jupiter expanding that Gemini energy, keep in mind of like wishful thinking. Keep in mind, YouTube fam, TikTok fam, keep in mind of all of that, because there's too much choice. That's that Gemini energy coming in and out, in and out. There's too much choice. Gemini energy can be back and forth. It's quick in your head because it's an air sign, but just keep in mind, like you could be in that Gemini space where you're so in your head, you're too busy fantasizing about what you can achieve, and it's important to actually do it instead of not doing it. um yeah, so keep that in mind. But we do also have the 8 of Cups, so it's moving on, exploring a new lifestyle, leaving behind a difficult situation. A difficult situation. What is that noise? Can noises just stop? Bro. Anyway, you're leaving behind a difficult situation. Leaving behind a difficult situation. You're starting, exploring something new. Um, oh, it's just things clicking. Search for inner awareness. So that's kind of, it makes sense. It makes sense. What's the lie in believe? It's in the word believe. There's a lie in it. You've probably left the chat now, but it's fine. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Don't be too much in your head with all of this Gemini energy coming in and out the place. But something is ending. You're starting something new. And I do feel communication is coming in with that. So do keep that in mind. I've been chatting for the longest of time. So we're going to come back now to the present moment, because of course this starts from Sunday till next Saturday. So we'll come back to the present moment. And the present moment, the moon is in Virgo. Can't even see Virgo. There's not much space. Oh, I can write it here. Moon in Virgo. So that's where the moon is right now as we speak. If you look up at the sky, the moon is inside of the Virgo star constellation. Okay. So what is this telling me? This is saying our emotions are moving on that Virgo energy. I'm so tired of the clicks and crooks of this house. But anyway, yes, our emotions will be moving us in a way that pays attention to the details of things. May bring us back into studying. We may be moving, looking at our health a little bit more, trying to get a bit better, back on track with that, really knowing how and where to give our energy. Like, for example, your girl used to do this every Thursday, lifed a year ago, and I'm realizing now it's been a year, but your girl needs to get back on it. So here I am doing it. That's that Virgo energy. My emotions, the moon was moving me in this direction to say, this is how I would like to give my energy. So, yeah, I am. That's basically it, people. There's some form of transformation coming through next cycle, beginning of something. Just make sure you're not too much in your head about something, because that could happen. This Gemini energy, excuse me, confirmation, but the Gemini energy and that 7 of Cups, you don't want to be so in your head that nothing gets done. Okay, so do keep that in mind. But the transformation is there. It is coming. For TikTok fam, especially if you want to watch this whole video, you'll have to watch it on my YouTube. It's connected where the link is linking. YouTube people is here for you anyway. TikTok, I will aim to like chop it up so there's smaller bits. But trust yourself, trust be mindful of who you choose to converse with. But something is coming through with communication. Okay, so it's just knowing the right people to communicate with. Don't be too much in your head. Um, yeah, just don't be too much in your head. But yeah, TikTok, I'm gonna try cut this up for y'all. But if you've missed this and want to see the whole video, YouTube fam, it will be on YouTube literally as soon as I press end live. It's been so fun talking on both, talking on both. But yeah, if anyone has any questions, I do want to offer mini birth chart readings as well. You want to see the whole video, it's fine. If you just click the link on my page to YouTube, the video will be there. It will be the last video posted and it will be there. But I do want to offer mini birth chart readings as well. So that's something I will work on coming live. It definitely won't be once every 7 days, maybe once every 2 weeks or something. And I'll offer mini birth chart readings. So do let me know if you'll be interested in that. We'll only look at 3 placements. You can choose which 3. Okay, it's not just sun, moon, and rising. You can choose any of the 3, and we can take a little sneak peek into that. But with that being said, if there ain't no questions, you miss my telekinesis. Babe, I do that on my other page. So check out my other page because I still need to post some videos. When I'll go live on that, I don't know. I chose astrology and my YouTube family over telekinesis today, and I don't have the energy to do it now because girl needs to go to sleep. So but I'll post more videos. I've got quite a lot I've not posted. You moved me here. Did I? How? This is my other page. I shouldn't have moved you here. But anyway, I've been talking for a while. YouTube fam, I just got distracted on my TikTok. They're asking some questions. But I'm going to sign off here on YouTube now and probably chill out on TikTok for a little bit. So I'll catch you guys, YouTube, with my Crypto Angles podcast on Sunday. And make sure you stay tuned because you girls got a lot of content coming out. Okay, we're going to dive deep into the whole hologram from every single angle I can possibly cover. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But bye YouTube fam, I'll see you soon. Much love. Make sure you give a thumbs up please because it will help YouTube know wagwan. Okay, it will help them. So a little thumbs up would help a lot. And I'll see you soon. Bye YouTube.